Hi. So I'm over here driving and thinking. I left work. I'm going somewhere. I left early. Um, so I'm thinking, right, about the basic person. You hear people say, I'm just human, right? I'm just human. But the basic human is trash. I say that in the most polite way possible. The basic, I wouldn't even say human, the basic man is trash, right? And I'll use the word that people are familiar with, human. Why is the basic human trash? The basic human is just functioning off physical laws, right? The basic human has not even tapped into who they are. The basic human only think about sex, money, and drugs, right? It's so backwards that it makes no sense. The basic human doesn't even think about their health, right? Their body, their spirit. The basic human thinks that they can obtain all these things somehow. Even with, it's like me thinking I can do anything with a messed up car, right? I mean, it's only a matter of time. This has been given. You've created this, manifest this to explore, to see what Earth is about, right? You can taste, you can touch, you can see, right? But what are you seeing? Are you seeing with the eyes of I am God? Remember, Moses said, hey, Lord, who should I tell them you are? I am that I am, right? So I am the law, your God. The law is your God. The law, cosmic law. As a man thinks, so he is. As a man believes, so he is. It's not what goes in a man, but what comes out. Right? All that words. In the beginning, it was the word. So we are speaking all these things. We are speaking all these things because we think these things and we are bringing it into existence. Right? So like I said, the basic human, utilizing the word everyone know, is trash. It's useless. It's worthless. I'll tell you why. Think about salt, right? The basic human is not fulfilling its purpose. All, for those that don't care for the Bible, all sacred teachings, Christ teachings, and Christ doesn't mean Yeshua. Christ consciousness teachings say what? You are the light of the world, right? You are the light of the world. When you up, do you put it under a table? I'm paraphrasing those verses, right? You don't put it under the table. You put it on I don't know, put it in public so it can light up everything. But if you light up a candle or whatever and you put it under the table, you're not doing anything. You're not lightening up anything. Your light can even shine. So as you being the light of the world, if you step out your door or as a new day comes, if you are not walking in your purpose, you are useless, right? There is nothing to do with you. If you have a light bulb that is not working, that is not bright enough, what do you do with it, right? Hello. You take that light bulb and you throw it out. For our own reason. Buddha, Christ, they all came at different times. It's many more ascended masters, many more. They all. If you forget that you are gods, right? The Bible says ye are gods. If you forget that ye are gods and you keep claiming human, or you keep claiming the man part, you're allowing the hue to die. Right? You're allowing the hue to die. You're allowing the God within to die. It can never die, but you're suppressing it. It becomes dormant. It doesn't work anymore. Right? And you keep claiming the man, Christ consciousness. For ye are gods. Ignore the man. Man can do nothing right, but through Christ, all things are possible. Through Christ, not through Jesus, not through Buddha, not through any of those people. Through Christ, all things are possible. But we walk around here say, but I'm just a human. C.S. Lewis say, you think you're being humble? No, you're being a coward. You're being a punk. That's what I would say. Like, wake up from your slumber, wake up from your slumber. So, okay, ye are the light of the world. Right? If you are not lightening up the world, if everywhere you go your light does not shine, what do you are you? I mean, what good are you if you are not showing the unique you, right? The talents that you bring to the world, the talents that you, if you think of that movie Soul, there were light bulbs in the movie Soul. The supposedly with 22, 4 a master number. That 4 is what? An idea, right? The Trinity manifests. The idea has formed, but now this idea has to experience. When you talk about numerology, right? But imagine being like 22 and being afraid to do anything, being afraid to, you go to work, right? You go to an entity, you go to other entities and you worship other gods. How? Let's just say if ye are gods, right? That means the next person is a god too, right? So if all of you guys tap into the I am presence, then it will be peace, love, and justice for everybody. But we go to these entities and we suppress the entity that we are, and we obey things that don't make sense, right? We suppress other entities. So you're worshiping other gods. You have allowed your conscience, that little voice whispering, saying, no, don't do that. You're like, but how am I going to survive? But I need my money. But my family, you don't believe in oneness. You've created separation. But the sad part is you are doing the opposite of what you desire, because you want peace. What you're seeking is peace. What you're seeking is happiness. What you're seeking is love, right? But you've neglected all of that and you're worshiping other gods. By obeying, you obey, you respect, you're obeying other gods, you're obeying your job, you're saying it's the policies. Some people are like, well, it's legal. Slavery was legal, let's not forget, right? So your moral law, policies are set up law by an entity, not even by the whole state. Each organization, each entity has its own set of laws. You go to this job, you're following this law. When they get tired of you, they fire you. You go to this other job and you are obeying these other laws. By the time you hop from place to place, obeying a whole bunch of other gods, and you come home and you like, damn, what is life all about? Now you got to start like a baby, waking up the God within, right? Now you have to see how you've neglected yourself, loving other selves, hoping for peace. No, that wasn't the recipe. Love thy neighbor as thyself. If you don't love yourself, you cannot do anything. You got to know yourself too. Seek ye to build the kingdom of heaven, and all other things will be added to you, not some, but all. So for those that say, I am human, the basic human is trash. The basic human does not know what whose they are. The basic human is doing anything. So I don't want a basic human. No, I don't want man. And when we talk about hue, means God man, right? So the basic human, the word hue, this whole spectrum of colors that you can be. For those that are in the health field, psychology, Maslow talked about the hierarchy of needs. You got stuck in the lowest, the physical, the third dimension. But if you had gone all the way up, tap into the purple, tap into the orange, tap into the yellow, wisdom, Christ consciousness, that power, that will, you can do all things and you will gain all things. You will have dominion, freedom, right? You will be a master of your own domain, right? Then can no one control you, right? And if someone controls you, you know you're unlimited. You continue to produce. You got to trust, like you trust the day is going to come for you to go get that money, right? Hi, Anna. So you got to trust that the day is going to come. So again, I was just driving and I was thinking the basic human, just because people use that word human, the basic human is trash. I don't want a basic human. I want all those people that have tapped into the mighty I am presence, right? Like my name is Gillian. I don't want to forget Gillian. I am, right? I am Gillian. I am comes first. Hue comes before demand, right? So tap into the right color. And again, when you say, oh, I'm just being humble, You're not being humble. You're being a punk. You're being a coward, right? You think you're saving yourself, but you're not, right? I think I was listening to Redemption song. Bob Marley say, "Have no fear for atomic energy." What does that mean? The Bible said, "Don't be afraid for those that can kill the body." Be scared. Don't be really scared because fear is not real. But if you're gonna be scared of anything, be scared of those that can kill the body and the soul. Well, if Jesus said, "You didn't take my life, I gave it. I gave it. I came for a purpose. I came to be the light, and He is being the light.
Welcome to District of Columbia.
He came to show us how to be a living testimony, and He did it. And He said, what He has done, we can do too. Forget everybody. Forget controlling people. If you cannot control the members of your own body, you don't got no business telling anybody anything to do. Right? You got to bring harmony within yourself. But I don't want to go over the place because the beautiful thing about the universe, and also I was going to say universal law. We out here obeying the law. The word "I am thy God," right? I am the Lord thy God. The real one is I am the law, your God. I am is the law, right? I am is love, the law, thy God, right? And that's the whole law. But if you decide to follow,
there's a 5-minute slowdown in 800 feet. You're still on the best route.
If you decide to follow earthly laws over cosmic law, then you're hurting yourself, right? And as a man thinks, so he is. So all these things that you believe in, you are being judged by. And when I say judge, I don't mean punishment. No, I mean you will experience it. You will experience it. All your life for a paycheck, you've been agreeing to policies that you know they are no good, that you wouldn't want your family to function over. If it was, I remember there was this thing, like, let's just talk about black and white real quick. There was this little show, Jane, some white lady, I know her name had some Jane in it, but she used to do experiments like with black and white. So she decided to do it with all white people, right? And she decided to judge them, separate them by their eye colors, by their hair. Those white people were hurt, right? Hello, Anna. Those people were hurt. Because they're like, how you going to judge me by my eye color? You didn't even know who I am. It's the same thing with everything. We are all doing the same thing, but in smaller groups. Peace, love, and justice. It has to. Peace, love, and justice create something beautiful, right? If you don't have peace, love, and justice, you out here playing. And you're only hurting yourself. So those laws that you believe in, you will be judged by it. Just to test your faith. Just to test your faith to see how strong you are, right? If you are, I always use healthcare, forgive me, but I have many years in that field, right? So if you are signing up, like let's just say if a doctor gives you an order for a patient and the patient asks you questions and you're like, I can't answer that, or you answer in a dismissive way. Imagine you are at the hospital and somebody giving you medicine and you want to ask and it's going to happen. Why? Because you have to experience what you've done. Unless you consciously transmute that negative energy, right? Unless you consciously transmute it. But if you don't, you came to earth to experiment, to experience, to feel what you would do as a man thinks, so he is. There's another Bible verse that I love. It's not what goes in. When they try to like tell Jesus, hey, you told this one don't eat meat. You told this one don't that. Jesus said it's not what goes in, but what comes out that defiles a man. All right, there's another Bible verse that said, I will eat poison and I would not die. I will put my hands on the sick and they will be healed. The power of words, the power of decreeing things into. In the beginning, it was the word, right? So I'm saying all of this to say the basic human is trash. I don't want a basic human. I don't want a basic man. I want a God man. I want the souls that know who they are again, whose they are, and what they are here to do. And that's let their light shine, right? Let their light shine, meaning what? Who are you? I go to work like this. I got all color veins. I love me some veins. I didn't even know Lil Wayne like was a Vans person. I also like Lil Wayne in my days. You know, I still like him. He's cool, whatever. But I'm saying to say, I show up as I am, and I share my service with the world. You can't change me. You can't. You don't pay me enough. You definitely. It's an insult for the chump change you'll give me to change me. All right. It's a chump. It's a. I remember I was at work today. I would say today. So I had pulled my chair up and I had sat next to the patient because the patient was talking, right? And I like to be present. So I pulled my chair up and I was like right there in their face and I was listening. Of course, I asked, I said, okay, if I sit and come close. I was present. And then one of my coworkers was like, is there a reason why you sat right there? I said, yes, because I like to be present. You know me, I get personal. Right? I'm not there for the patient. That's another soul. That's another God man that I've encountered. And I am honored to be in their presence, to share this human experience. Who's calling me? Okay, I'll have to go. Somebody's calling me. But basic human, stop being trash, man. Stop being trash. You guys are so much more. Let your light shine, or we're going to throw you out the door. Peace and love. Ah, that didn't work. Never mind. Never mind.